Hello, and thank you for tuning into the Stuff I Heard podcast. I am your host, Joshua Peak, and I happen to have Dolores with me once again off camera because she's shy.
Yep, very.
She's shy. I've had a lot of requests for you to be on camera, by the way. I hope you know that.
Oh, okay.
Um, I can name names, but anyway,
If they can keep tuning in and listening and see if I'm on
is that like a teaser?
video. No, not at all.
Like an appetizer?
No, not at all.
No? Okay, well. She will be on camera once in a while. You just have to keep checking in on YouTube to see when she's going to be popping on. But we just got back from a trip.
Yes, we did.
We went to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Ohio,
Yeah.
which kind of strange seems like a kind of a strange place to just randomly pick out to go on a trip to, but I was there for work.
Yeah.
I actually had a work conference up that way, went up there the day after Labor Day and stayed downtown Cincinnati in a very old historical building. And while the building was absolutely beautiful, the meeting rooms and those kind of things, the hotel itself, as far as rooms, yeah, and it was a little lackluster.
Oh yeah. Where'd you
I
stay?
We stayed at the Renaissance. I think it is a maybe a Hilton product property. Not I can't remember off the top of my hand. It's called uh the Renaissance, but it was a
It is
beautiful.
Renaissance Cincinnati Downtown Hotel,
Okay, and
and it is a Hilton property.
it was where we had our conference. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that they booked this space because it was number one close to our logistics group, our
Mm-hmm.
logistics office, our home office for all of our logistics. It's very close to them, and it has very big meeting rooms. So there was a good many people at this conference.
And it's not far from the football and the baseball
We could
stadiums.
walk to the base. We actually went to a baseball game, a Cincinnati Reds baseball game on Wednesday night. They rented out. It was it Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday evening.
Mm-hmm.
They rented out the whole. I'm not really sure. It's kind of like box seats. It was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. They rented out the whole location called the Handle Bar, and that was for
Oh, like liquor has a handle.
yes, and like yeah. I mean, I guess that's where it
The
got its name.
handlebar. Yeah.
It was decorated really nice with baseball memorabilia, but they rented out the whole place for my company, and then we were actually at a carrier conference, which means it was a lot of people from my company that are in logistics for the different divisions. And then we had probably 175 or more carriers represented.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the carriers had more than one person representing either the broker or the brokerage firm or the actual asset based carrier. A lot of people. And the hotel itself, like I said, was beautiful, walking distance to everything. The fact that it was a much older facility, and I have no idea how old the building was, I didn't look that up. It had to be old. The rooms needed a little bit of work. I think most people that I come in contact with that asked the question about the hotel said the same thing, that the actual grounds was,
It
tell
was
me,
it was built in 1901.
okay, it looks like it. The like I said, the decor of the lobby, the elevators, I mean, it was all beautiful, but the actual rooms, the hotel rooms themselves, they needed some work. Very small bathrooms, very some issues with the air condition, keeping the rooms cool enough, just some things like that.
It says that in 1931, it was seen as a national historic landmark. It's also known for its French Art Deco architecture,
Yes,
which is the outside facades.
and it's decorated like that on the inside.
Okay. And it says, yeah, I guess it's been used as a hotel since 1931.
Yes, it.
So about 100 years it's been used as a hotel.
Yeah, and I stayed
Is it the
on.
original bedding?
No, no comment.
I hope not.
Um, the
Hmm.
like I said, the actual hotel itself, as far as the decor and everything, was beautiful. It did have a little bit of trouble keeping up with the. It was a little bit warmer in Cincinnati the last couple of days, and I had trouble with keeping my room cool enough.
So they didn't have AC back in 1901,
I'm
like
sure they
that would keep
did.
up.
Well, not that kind of AC. I'm sure all of that has been renovated, but
It just was
I am
struggling with the building
I
as
can
of
only
today.
imagine. I was on the 15th floor and I heard somebody else say they were on the 23rd floor.
Mm,
I'm not sure how many floors. I know that the elevators, there was a lot of buttons in those elevators. Because
a lot
one
of buttons.
one of the girls that I know from a different division said she had trouble the last morning with hot water, and she said maybe hot water didn't travel that far up because
There's a lot of
she was
takes
on
a
the
lot of
20,
effort.
she was on the 23rd floor. But anyway,
It must have been redone because it says here online that it only has 19 floors.
okay, it may be because like I
Uh,
say, she was on the 23rd floor.
maybe she had a secret room
I don't know. I don't know how many
with the
floors.
landlord, and he's like, "Hey, baby,
But anyway,
want some tea?"
we did a we started off there, flew in, I actually flew into the Cincinnati airport.
Which is actually in Kentucky,
It's actually in
which is
Kentucky,
weird.
just over the Kentucky line. The Ohio River separates Cincinnati from Ohio from Kentucky,
Yeah,
and we were really close to the riverfront. It was very beautiful. We had absolutely gorgeous weather. We walked to most of our outings that we had, and weather was perfect. They treated us to a baseball game. It
as
was
far as walking, did you feel safe?
Yes, but I also am smart enough not to walk by myself. I walked
Okay,
it with other people
in a group.
in a group. Yes.
Yeah, good, smart tactic,
Yeah.
especially as a young female.
I would think anybody in a city where you're unfamiliar, you're
Yeah,
definitely better
groups are better.
to walk in a group.
Yeah,
A lot of one-way streets in that town. It is a beautiful the river street area or the riverfront area is very historical. You can tell by the age of the building, by the look of the buildings. A lot of one-way streets, but like I say, it was great. You actually joined. You flew in Thursday evening.
yeah. Well, that okay. So back up a little bit. Funny thing, I was watching TV and thinking, "Oh, this is the night she's at the game. Let me see if I can turn it on and spot her." And I turned on the game, and I was like, "Wow, there's hardly anybody in the crowd."
There was
So I was
a
like, "Okay, well, it's a Wednesday night game, and it's the Blue Jays versus the Cincinnati Reds, and I don't think either team's doing super great, but you know,
I think anybody that was in that stadium that night could have hit a home run because it there for a
there
while.
was a lot of home
There
runs
was a
hit
lot of home runs.
while I was watching it. There were a lot of people hit home
Yes,
runs.
I quit. I was actually sitting in a really, really nice, and I mean, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is fantastic because we did have a very private setting.
Well, I sent you a picture of me watching the game, going, "I'm looking for you," and you were like, "Good luck."
Yeah,
I got
because
better seats than you, and I was like, "Whoa,
yeah, we had really good seats,
yeah."
and the fact that it was private. There was nobody in there but just my company and the people that we had invited.
I looked it up online. The handlebar, if you type in handlebar Cincinnati Reds, it's not unreasonable to get box seats for that. It says starting at $100 per ticket. Um, rail seats starting at 85 per ticket. Access passes starting at $80 a ticket, and then um, some kind of other access passes at $70. But I'm imagining it's depending on who they're playing and how
Oh
they're
yeah, and
doing and
how
how
their
the
season's
season
going.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most of
I mean, obviously, if it's super popular, their rates are going to go up, but that's not a decent. That's not. I mean, that's a decent price for to be able to eat and drink and
yeah.
watch a game. I mean, come on.
Actually, we had to take once we got to the park. The ballpark itself, their ballpark is gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot like Wrigley Field. It's a lot like the Brave Stadium where they have a lot of the food vendors on the bottom floor,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a lot to choose from. We had to take an elevator up to the actual handlebar location that we were at, and we actually had an attendant in the elevator with us that counted how many people was getting in the elevator. When you walk in, they actually wristband you. I'm not sure how these tickets work. That food, I guess, I don't know if it's always that way, but for us, food and alcohol was included.
Cool.
And when we walked in the door, they actually put a wristband on us and said that we could leave out of that particular part of it. I guess if we wanted to look around the
Yeah, if
stadium,
you want to walk around the
yeah, we
stadium
we
and
were
see the
allowed to do
things.
that, and then we could have gotten back in. When we walked in, it was they said Everything is open bar, open food, and they had like different stations set up all around the room. They had a sushi bar. They had one station that was doing like the All American type hot dog because the actual stadium is called the All American Ballpark or something like that.
Okay.
If you actually look up their ballpark on the map, but they had a station for hot dogs, and of course they had Cincinnati chili, which I did try.
Ballpark. It's called Ballpark.
It's called Ballpark. Okay.
Which I wonder if that means that they're sponsored by like Ballpark hot dogs.
I'm not sure. They had, like I said, they had
because a lot of these places are named after like
whoever sponsors them.
Yeah, like
yes.
the Braves has got the Truist Stadium because it's Truist Bank.
Yeah.
I wonder if Ballpark Franks sponsors this.
I'm not sure. They had like different stations. They had the hot dog station. They had like hamburger sliders. They had a roast beef carving station. They had it fixed. It was really, really nice. And multiple bartenders working the bar. And
this is stuff I heard, not stuff I know. So if somebody out there knows, you could let us know because I mean I'm trying to Google and
why
all,
they're named that.
Why they're named? Why is the ballpark? Why is it called Ballpark? Is it because of the ballpark hot dogs? I mean, I'm just curious.
I did try while I was there. I tried some of the Cincinnati chili.
Oh, yeah?
It is different than the South Carolina chili.
Well, yes. I don't know that South Carolina is known for chili.
We're not known for chili, but if Cincinnati is known for chili,
Cincinnati's been known for their special Skyline chili is specifically what we've heard over and over again.
Well, that's a chain, right?
That is a chain. Yeah.
They eat chili on spaghetti.
What?
Yes, spaghetti noodles. I don't know.
That's all kinds of wrong.
If you Google what dish Cincinnati is known for, it is whatever that spaghetti dish is, or the chili dish. It is spaghetti noodles served on the bottom, chili served over the top, and then so much shredded cheese that you can't even see that there's chili and spaghetti under it. I did not try that. I did try some of the Cincinnati chili on my hot dog, and all I can say is it is definitely an acquired taste, because to me, the chili tasted like it had a sweeter taste to it. And it also had a cinnamon taste to it. So I'm not really sure how they make it.
It says it's Greek inspired.
It's different.
Okay.
What, chili on spaghetti is Greek inspired?
Well, the Skyline's chili is supposedly Greek inspired. It has cinnamon, allspice, clove, and sometimes cocoa.
It's definitely different.
Really? Cocoa?
It is different.
It's like you got chocolate in your spaghetti?
I didn't taste the chocolate. I picked up on the cinnamon for sure.
That's so weird.
I put a little bit on my hot dog, and I'm glad I did not put very much on my hot dog. Maybe it's something that I would learn to love if I lived there, but
so it's kind of shocking right off the bat.
It is different
because you weren't expecting it.
I weren't expecting it.
Okay.
But anyway, so
I didn't try it. But anyway, I joined you on Thursday.
Yes, and you flew up on. We got a really good price on
Allegiant
Airlines.
Never heard of them before.
We had never heard of them before. You flew from Myrtle Beach to Cincinnati nonstop for like $108 round trip.
Round trip, yeah.
And I flew back with you this morning. My first trip on Allegiant. It was great. I mean, it was good. I
wouldn't say great. It's fine.
Well, I mean,
it was fine.
We were on the plane for an hour and a half.
Right. I'm you're going to be uncomfortable for an hour and a half. Okay. $108.
But I mean,
get there and back, that's pretty doggone good.
That's really good.
Yeah. The seats are not comfortable.
But neither are seats on American or Delta when you're flying coach.
Yeah. But it's just, I mean, I felt like I was a 3-foot tube sock in a 1-foot can.
I will say, for me personally, I like the seats on Allegiant and Spirit, but I'm also short.
Okay.
So the fact that they don't have all
5'8", and it was still a bit much.
No, to me, I like the fact that the seat back where your head's at is not super bulky, because on American or Delta, that pushes my head forward.
Yeah.
Because my neck doesn't fit where they kind of like have that seat contoured.
Well, like the seats, okay, so there's a seat design that they have now that is plastic. You can see all the plastic where it's molded to look like a seat, and then it has like some reinforced, what they call aerospace aluminum. It's just really thin aluminum, as like a brace. But I'm like, okay, well, what else do you need on a plane? Because if it goes down, it's not like these seats are going to save you.
No.
It's just there for comfort and to keep you upright for the most of the ride, and to take a bunch of people sitting on it and trying to get up and squishing everybody and whatnot. So, I mean, as far as like design, it doesn't have to be super anything other
No.
than it needs to be a little comfortable. And
Well,
I was a little uncomfortable.
I compare it more to what I've encountered on Spirit.
Yeah.
I do
It's a
know,
budget airline.
yes, I do know that under the seat,
And they don't allow you to carry a whole bunch of crap because
no,
they'll
they do
stop
not.
you at the
They
gate and
will stop
say,
you at the
sorry,
gate.
that's
Yes.
got to fit in something else, or you got to pay a whole bunch of money for another
Yes.
bag.
Did you see? I mean, they have the little thing sitting out there with
Yep.
with your rag had to fit inside.
If it don't fit in there, too bad. You're
Yes.
gonna have to pay money. And if you buy a bag online, it's $35 ahead of time. If you wait till you're there, it's $70.
Yes.
So it would behoove of you to go ahead and
just
check it, and then be done with it instead of trying to hustle some guy at the gate because he's not putting up with it.
No.
We had a guy.
The guy was not rude.
Nope.
But
he was like, nope, that's not gonna work.
Yep.
You got to make that fit.
He was not at all rude,
Nope.
but he knew his job, and he was very good at his job. As far you and I usually take a backpack is all we usually take on a plane, and we actually put it on the floor in under the seat in front of us. My backpack would not fit. I mean, it stuck out way further than it normally does.
Well, I had a much smaller backpack.
I guess I have my work backpack, which sometimes tends to get
it's bigger than you are.
Yes, it will.
Your torso is smaller than it is.
It will pull me over if I pack it too heavy.
Yeah.
But as far as the actual air flight, it was great for what we paid for.
Yeah.
I mean, for the price.
And they have things that you can purchase. Like they have a drink cart that comes up and down once in a while, and they'll offer, hey, would you like to purchase something? I don't think they did it on this flight, but they did it when I went up there. But also, like, I don't necessarily have to have something every time we go somewhere. But it is nice to know that they could sell the thing and make some money, and I get that. But I don't know. You get used to having it.
Maybe that's what it is.
And then when it's not there, you're like, well, this is kind of weird.
Well, to me, on anything
but also sometimes it's unnecessary. Like for an hour-long flight,
well,
why even bother? I mean, you're in the air and then you're down.
Even for a 2 hour, I flew from Myrtle Beach to Cincinnati. No, I flew from Myrtle Beach to Charlotte, from Charlotte to Cincinnati on American going up there. And we did not have beverage service, what I call beverage service from Myrtle Beach to Charlotte, but we did have it from Charlotte to Cincinnati,
which is crazy.
It is, because the minute
as soon as you're in the air, it's time to start landing.
The minute I got a cup of water, and the only reason I got a cup of water as opposed to a ginger ale or something like that is because they were passing out full cans, and I cannot consume that much liquid in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Just for it to be poured out.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit of water, and I still had a difficult time drinking it because the minute they got to my seat and gave me some water and some Biscoff cookies, that's the best part of flying.
Is that why you fly?
That's exactly why I fly.
Just so you can get some cookies.
So I can get some Biscoff cookies.
They sell those cookies at the store.
I know. I buy them there every now and then. It makes me feel like I'm flying. But
every time you go shopping, is that what we're saying?
No, not every time I go shopping.
No, it's about every time.
But
you go maybe 4 times a year.
By the time I got water, it was time for the lady to come back around with the bag and throw everything out. So, yep, it was a waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Some things are necessary and some aren't, and I feel like in a lot of ways we've been conditioned to expect that drink and that little
Maybe
snack.
That's what it is.
And in another way, it's like, why are you doing this routine? Like,
well, maybe when you're paying those hundreds of dollars per ticket.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So if we're flying from here to California, like I want to eat. Like I kind of expect something here. Maybe not for you to bring me a whole bunch of stuff, but
you're not getting that in coach though.
No, but I mean, at least I want some drinks because this is 6 hours on a plane. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous to have you up in the air for 6 hours and not have something to drink. But you and I have gotten in the habit of buying a sandwich or taking snacks or something like that ahead of time because we know what we're in for. I know, right? People right now are like, who cares? We're not flying. Shut up.
Exactly.
Anyway,
we'll move right along.
Allegiant. Check it out.
I actually will look for them again.
If you're looking for a discount flight somewhere, it's not bad. And Myrtle Beach is a decent airport to go in and out of. And
yes.
Cincinnati was a nice airport. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, okay, when you got there, I had a car. I picked up a car, You drove, we had to go back over to Cincinnati because I had to get some items that needed to
Hmm.
be shipped back to the office. How was driving? I mean, how was navigating around?
Well, that's fine.
You did, I mean, yeah,
The
it
roads
looked to me
are.
like you did okay.
I mean, I do this for a
I
living.
know, right?
I teach people to do this for a living. It is a lot, but the city is laid out in such a way that you have exits on the right and left at all times. So you need to know what you're doing and pay attention. You can't be lollygagging. You can't look at your phone. You can't be distracted in any way. And I would say for the most part that the traffic that we ran into was actually more pleasant than the traffic here. People were more willing to let you in and give you space and allow people to come over. Just better manners as drivers and more conscientious of people around them. From Myrtle Beach to here, I wanted to get out and beat that one person to death. I mean, that was
Well, traffic coming
super
back here
dangerous.
today was pretty heavy,
But like everybody was so, I don't know, road ragey here.
aggressive.
Yeah. And maybe it's because the roads here are not built to handle the traffic that it's handling. And up there, the roads are built to handle that traffic. I mean, there are multiple lanes and they're going in all different directions. And I mean, it seems like it's laid out better. Of course, it's older. I
Yes,
mean, Myrtle Beach, let's face it, they're still trying to get I-73 completed.
yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
and if they ever figure out how to get around Conway, that would be super awesome. But no, let's have 20 stoplights through Conway too, because that makes a lot of sense.
But anyway, let's hit on a couple things that we did while we were there so we can keep this moving right along.
Okay, so yeah, driving is fine. One of the first things that we did when we got there was
We went to Graeter's ice cream.
Graders.
Graeter's.
Never heard of Graders before. I was really surprised because we have friends from Ohio, and I thought as much as Danny Shaw loves ice cream, all he would have heard about is this ice cream because we just happened to hear a lot about it by looking up things to do and things to eat and what not to miss. And everybody said you got to stop at Graders.
And
It's
it's
spelled Graeter apostrophe S. And to me, they misspelled it. It should say greatest because
and
it is the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. They make
and
it in a
it is a
French pot.
yeah, it says it is a regional ice cream chain based in Cincinnati, Ohio. Was founded in 1870 and they have 56 locations selling ice
My
cream,
mouth is watering right now talking
candy,
about it.
baked goods in the Midwestern United States. As of 2017, they had 1,050 employees, and they did $60 million in revenue in
That seems low.
2017. Everyone we went to
We went to
we
two.
went to two.
We had it the first night. We were like, we got to have this again.
Oh, it was
I'm only
great.
here for 3
It
nights.
was definitely the best ice cream I've ever had.
Yeah,
So if
by
you're ever
far.
in the Cincinnati area, like I said, it says they have 56
Yeah.
locations. Look them up. They are well worth a couple of miles drive out of your way to try
And we
them.
were actually in Oklahoma. No, what was the one next to it?
Indiana.
Kentucky. We were in
We
Kentucky.
stayed in Kentucky.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there's a Graders in Kentucky, in Florence, Kentucky, and then there's several around that area, and it's phenomenal. It is just they had us try a flavor. They're like, we're known for this flavor, and I'm like, well, I got to try a sample. It was the black raspberry chip.
Something I would have never
What?
even t- tasted.
It was
I would have never
savory.
even sampled this flavor,
It was
but it was
savory,
amazing.
sweet, tart, and not too heavy. And man, I wish I had some right now.
It was good.
You'd have
It
to
was very good.
if we had one of those nearby, you'd have to oompa loompa my ass through doors. It's like oompa loompa. Oh, take them to the juicer. Yeah, it was so good. Oh,
If
I
you're
can't
ever up
say
in that
enough about
area,
graders.
definitely look them up. No doubt,
Yeah,
no doubt,
it's
it's
worth a
worth it.
pilgrimage. We should go there more often.
The other things we did while we were there than eat ice
We got
cream,
to figure out the closest one to us.
we went to the Ark Encounter that is actually in
Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark. It's
Yeah,
actually called the Ark Encounter.
this wasn't Noah's. This is a Noah duplicate, a Noah replica,
This yeah, it's not the original Ark.
a Noah 2, Noah 2.0.
It's actually in Williamstown, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
It was under 30 miles from where we stayed.
Yeah,
It was spectacular.
it was amazing.
It was awesome.
It's one of those things that takes your breath away when you first see it because it's like, how is this real? Like it is just, it's so amazing. And I mean, we've seen some pretty fantastic stuff. I mean, seeing Crazy Horse was like wow, and then seeing Mount Rushmore, and the Grand Canyon, and you name it. I mean, we keep seeing these amazing things, and this is one of those things that first time you see it, you're like, man, this
Yep.
is amazing.
It opened in July of 2016. It does operate year round, and I read that it has about 1 million visitors a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super expensive. It was, I want to say, I don't know, maybe $60 a person. It took us, we spent 3.5 hours there. I
Yeah,
think it was. We got there early Friday morning, and it is a Christian themed park. So if depending on your beliefs, it's maybe not for everyone. We thoroughly enjoyed it. I was just completely amazed at the architectural feat that they accomplished
yeah,
by building this. And of course, I guess there it tells you multiple times that this is a rendering. I mean, they do not profess that this is by any means what it exactly looked like, because there's not a whole lot of information out there as to
right.
the
Well, they had their
details.
unit of measure
They
that
have their
they
unit of measurement.
talked about being what was it called? But
My,
it's something to do with like from your elbow to your fingertips is a unit, and then it was like 51 units this way, and
I think it was 500. It's 516 feet long,
yeah,
and
something
then 80 something feet.
wide, and then 51 feet tall.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
massive.
yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I was expecting to go on the top because people kept telling me, "Man, the best is when you go on top of it," and I was like, "Really?" I think they were messing with me
I don't know. We
because you can't go
didn't.
to the top.
You can't. Well, there's 3 floors.
Yeah.
There are exhibits of all different kinds on all 3 floors. We did not rush through it. We took our time. I felt like I spent more than enough time at each exhibit. There was a good bit of reading that went along, but they
Mm-hmm.
also had some interactive type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, to me personally, I don't think a child under the age of probably 6 or 7 would enjoy it, because
Yeah.
you really need to be able to read and understand what you're reading for you to gain anything from it.
Well, and 6 and 7 to really depends on their maturity age too. I mean,
Probably
being
yes.
able to process what they're reading because it's a lot to read and it's a lot to take in.
It is.
Um, but I mean, it is definitely geared more towards people our age.
Yes.
There was a lot of scooters.
There was a lot of scooters.
I felt good that we're not in a scooter yet.
Yeah. Yes.
Did you feel good that you're
I
not in a scooter
yes,
yet?
I did. I did
I
feel
was a little jealous towards the end because I could have used a scooter towards the
it
end.
was a lot of walking, a lot of reading, but it was well worth it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm glad that it's something that I've wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I've known, I have several family members that's been to it and friends that says that it was good, that they enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it.
And we got a 4D movie thingy where we had like headsets on and a three-dimensional
A virtual
virtual,
reality.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of experience. That was cool.
That
That
was
that
cool.
was a neat little thing. It was a little bit extra, but it was worth it.
Yeah. And then we left Noah's Ark,
And went and
and
got more graders.
no, we did not. Not that day. That's the afternoon that we went to Jungle Gyms.
We should have got more graders at Jungle Gyms.
Jungle Gyms
Jungle Gyms is amazing. For people who don't know what Jungle Gyms is, it started off as a produce stand,
in the early 70s.
and there's YouTube videos that Jungle Jim has done himself to talk about it and shows you the whole process. But yeah, produce stand that just kept growing and getting more and more popular, and now it is an experience. It's a supermarket, but it's way more than a supermarket. It's like if a kid's imagination was like, what if we could do this in a supermarket? And he was like, let's do it, and then they did it.
Look
That's
it up.
exactly
Look it up on YouTube. Plus, we will have
yeah.
some YouTube videos under our stuff I heard,
And on TikTok and
and on
stuff I heard.
TikTok. But look it up.
Yeah.
Whenever I was researching this trip to Cincinnati, of course, the first thing I did was went to YouTube and to TikTok and typed in things to
Things to
do.
do.
And everybody
was like,
said,
you got to go to Jungle Gyms.
and everybody afterwards would say that Jungle Gyms was one of their top things
I agree.
coming out of Cincinnati trip. And I will say Jungle Gyms is at the top of my list.
Dude, we could have we spent how many hours?
Oh,
like 4 hours in there.
we spent as long or longer at Jungle Gyms than we did at the Ark.
You even ran into somebody you know,
Yes.
which is weird because it's so huge.
But yeah,
Uh,
go if you're up in the Cincinnati area. I think they have two locations. You have got to check out Jungle Gyms.
they had a couple of bars inside of there where you could get a draft beer or a wine or a slushy drink and walk around with it, a little adult beverage while you're shopping. I tried a red cream ale seltzer, and it was delicious.
Very, very
Yeah.
delicious.
Of course, the Powerball was really high, so we had to buy a Powerball ticket too while we were there, just to, because I mean, sometimes a blind squirrel finds a nut, and I felt like that squirrel, and I did not get to that nut, but
We've got to go to work tomorrow. Yeah.
we still have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Jungle Gyms is really cool. Lots of stuff to buy there, things you wouldn't normally think. Lots of international foods.
Yeah, there's no way to describe it. Just check them out. They are
There,
amazing.
we yeah yeah
There's no way to describe it.
we spent money there too,
We did.
just for snacks. We decided we were going to like treat ourselves with something unusual. How many people listening right now have ever had a hotel charcuterie board? Because we did.
Because we did. Yes.
we my, we were walking by the 50 foot of cheese in a case from all different countries and stuff, and of course they had the crackers next to it and all of the Mediterranean olives and the cut meats and stuff, and out of nowhere this one over here says, let's do a charcuterie board thing at the hotel. And I was like, okay. She's
Hey,
like,
come on. That was better than
we
any
can
meal
have
we
a
ate out.
we can have a soft cheese and I was like, okay, let's do it.
It
Yeah.
was good, right?
It was pretty doggone good.
Yeah, we bought some fig preserves,
That was surprisingly good.
cheese, some salami.
Yeah, had some brie and some Havarti, some soft Havarti, and salami, and that came with some kind of white cheese.
And we didn't eat that on a board. We ate it on the
No,
hotel desk.
and we had like sourdough toast, little cubits of toast. It was really good.
It was a good dinner.
Yeah, I felt good afterwards. Although we didn't have any Graeter that
We
night,
did not have graters that night.
and we could have,
We could have.
because man, that was good.
Yes. And then on Saturday, yesterday, we went to the
The
Creation Museum,
Yeah.
which was actually in, I don't even remember what town.
The
The
I got it
Ark
pulled up. Hang on.
the Ark Encounter and the Creation Museum,
Boone County, Kentucky is the Creation Museum, and the Ark Encounter is in
Williams.
Williamston, Kentucky.
they are actually owned by the same company and built and developed by the same company, but they are not in the same town.
Jungle Gyms has two locations in Fairfield, Ohio, and in Cincinnati, Ohio. We went to the Cincinnati one because that's considered the original. Um, I'm pretty sure that's the original.
Yeah, I think that is the original. But the
Or maybe we
Creation
went to the other one.
the Creation Museum, we spent multiple hours at the Creation Museum yesterday, and it was great. It's got beautiful grounds for you to walk on. Um, that this weather is perfect for
No,
that.
we went to the one in Fairfield, Ohio. I don't know if that was the original one or not.
I'm not sure.
Um,
I'm
yeah.
like 4 steps ahead of you.
Sorry, I'm trying to get it right. People will rely on us for accuracy
I'm sure
here
they
at the
do.
Stuff I Heard podcast, and I try to give them what they paid for.
Okay. And they paid nothing.
Not everybody knows that. Yeah. What were you talking about?
The Creation Museum?
Oh yeah, it was really cool.
Yep.
They had a botanical garden. Botanicals.
Okay, that was the word I was looking for.
You were looking for botanical?
The fancy word.
And they had a butterfly exhibit that was pretty cool.
Yes.
And we had lots of jokes about 2x2 and
No, that was on the Ark.
looking out for the rain. Oh yeah, that was the Ark.
Says
There's lots of dad joke opportunities.
Yeah, the Creation Museum did not open until a little bit later. I don't think it opened as early as the Ark did.
And I would say that most of our time was spent walking the grounds. I mean, we spent a good bit of time inside, but that was probably only an hour of our time there. I'd say the rest of it was us walking around the grounds of the area, just looking at everything because it was so pretty.
There was a lot of dinosaurs there, way more than what I thought would be there as far as the skeletons of dinosaurs.
Hmm.
They are building on. I mean, so I take it that they must be
They're doing a
doing.
restaurant.
Yes, they're building a really nice restaurant. But it was busy. Now that is even more reading. That was more reading than the arc. The arc is a lot of reading for the exhibits, but to me, a lot of the fascination with that is that you're actually you actually are inside the arc,
Yeah.
and just the actual construction of it is beautiful.
Hmm.
With the Creation Museum, it's a little bit different. You don't really notice what is, the actual building.
And you can get lost in the Creation Museum.
Yes,
We got
it's
lost.
it's very big,
We had a map. We still got lost.
but all in all, I would say that we had a really good trip. We That was the two things that we went up
But,
there for.
but, but
But
we wrapped it up with another trip to
yeah, we
Graeter's.
did go. That
Yes,
was our
we
second time to
did.
Graders.
Yes, we did. Right outside of this neat little place that had a brewery and a pizza place and a lawn. And as we pulled up, we could hear music playing. There was a live band playing. They had college football on a projection thing next to where the band was playing. Tons of people with their
They
kids
People
out
were
hanging out.
lined up for the ice cream last
We
night.
were
I mean,
we were 30 deep trying to get ice cream.
yes,
And I tell you what, it didn't slow down the entire time we were there. But everybody we saw had a big old grin on their face.
yes.
Especially the one little girl with the blue ice cream. She had it all over her face.
If I go back to the Ohio area, I will go back to Graders.
Yeah. Yeah. So top five. What do you think?
Of this
Of,
trip?
of this trip? What was your favorite things? Well, what was number one?
Um, Graders.
Okay.
Number two, Jungle Gyms.
Okay.
Number three, the Ark,
Okay.
and then the Creation Museum.
Okay. And the Reds game fifth.
Yeah,
Okay. That's fair.
yeah. I wouldn't say you had enough to rank five
No,
out
I
of
didn't
that.
have enough to rank five.
But would you put the ice cream number one?
I would put ice cream place number one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Jungle Gyms.
And then Jungle Gyms.
Yeah, Jungle Gyms was fun.
Jungle Gyms was awesome. I'm glad we don't live next to Jungle Gyms because we would be. I could hear you going and be like, "Hey, can you go to the store and grab such and such?" And then 6 hours later, calling me going, "Where are you at? I got a buggy. Listen, you're gonna need to bring the truck."
Jungle Gyms is one of those places that I just smiled the whole time I was in there.
There's so much.
I smiled and was like, wow, wow.
I did notice people routinely like shop there. It wasn't like it was us, just us, people like us going, "Holy crap!"
Tourist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people could tell we were tourists because we were filming. Um,
Well,
but
I'm sure, and we
there
don't.
was other people that were just in and out getting their stuff, and it that place was rocking.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Jungle Gyms. They have a podcast too. They were doing a podcast when we walked in. They have a podcast studio inside of their place.
Guess we'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get invited back.
Well, there's signs that says there's listening devices throughout the building, and don't be surprised if you're on a podcast episode.
Oh, there you go.
So they might have heard us talking and going, "Holy cow, look at this place! This is amazing!"
They may have.
And they'll be like, "Is that Josh or Mickey Mouse?" Anyway, all right, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
Uh, so anyway, for local commercials, if you're in the Surfside area, go check out Bruiser's Burgers. My buddy Josh is down there slinging drinks, and they make some really fantastic fries and burgers. They're known for their fries, by the way, but they win best burgers like 6 out of the last 10 years. It's pretty awesome. This is stuff I heard. I mean, I don't know that for certain, but I'm just saying. If you happen to be in the Ohio area, Kentucky area, look up Graeter's, Graeters, and check out their ice cream. And big shout out to Jungle Gyms. Love the place. That was awesome. If we ever go back, we're definitely hitting up Graeter's and Jungle Gyms again.
Yes.
Just saying. Okay.
And who's got a birthday coming up? Me. This girl does coming up. Really, I can hear it already. It's right there. A week from today.
This is the first time in a while we haven't been somewhere for your birthday.
I know.
Last year we were at your niece's wedding.
Yes.
And the year before that we were somewhere else.
We were in St. Lucia.
Yeah.
And the year before that, we were in Grenada.
Yeah. You've
So
been kind of like spoiled with events.
I know.
This year we're gonna be doing laundry.
Well, we've got friends coming into town next weekend, so there's no telling what we might figure out to do.
Okay. I hope so.
And then maybe next year we can be somewhere different. We'll
Maybe.
we'll plan a little better.
I like your plans.
We'll work on
I like
that.
your plans because they include me.
We'll work on that.
So, all right. Thanks everybody for listening. Appreciate it. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, share this with your friends, and as always, cue the cow.
Cue the cow. Moo, baby.